What's going on, everyone? Obviously, by the title of this video, another physical media update. And like I mentioned before, I bought some more movies and they actually came today. Pretty quick shipping on most of them. One finally got here after almost 2 weeks of me, ordering it. And one other movie should have been here, and that's actually a Blu-ray. I was expecting a couple of Blu-rays, but apparently one's still being delayed. For whatever reason, the postal system on that Blu-ray got delayed. I thought it was going to be arriving on Thursday, but for whatever reason, something happened. But whatever. That was going to be the Unlawful Entry movie that had Kurt Russell, Ray Liotta, Madeline Stowe. It's apparently an out-of-print Blu-ray from Shout. I don't know if they're ever going to do a 4K of that. Don't feel like waiting around, and I think I got it for not a horrible price. I got it before it's going to go ridiculously high on, if not already. So, and that one I know had some features on there. And let's just start with what I got here. I'm going to actually open this one. This is the one I've been expecting for a bit, like almost a couple weeks. And the person decided not to have a tracking number on this, which I think is ridiculous. And of course, when I open this, apparently it sounds like the discs are loose in this 4K. So hopefully, it better not be horrible. So we're gonna find out. Oh jeez, seriously. Better fucking play. Nothing's broken. That was the Blu-ray. I don't know if you can tell, but that's what it's kind of like on the other one. This better fucking play. Seriously. What the flying fuck is this bullshit? Excuse me for my ranting, but come on. So anyways, I got Drive, the 1997 Mark Dacascos. You have Kadeem Harrison, and the late Brittany Murphy's also in this movie too. I've heard nothing but great things about this movie, and I think there's two different versions of the movie. You have the extended director's cut and the theatrical cut, which apparently I think it's like an hour and 39 minutes. The director's cut is like almost 2 hours. So yeah, and you have some other features on here, commentary of the Steve Wayne. I assume the Steve Wayne here, this director, directed the Guyver 2 Dark Hero, so I assume it's the same person. But anyways, Tracy Walter, I've heard that actor before. But anyways, definitely will check this out at some point. Glad to have this in 4K, that is. Next up here, I thought I may have had the Blu-ray, but I guess I never got around to it, and that's, believe it or not, the original Creepshow in 4K. The 4K, has the movie, and that's the other one. But there's loads of interviews. You have a 4K scan from the digital camera negative on the Blu-ray, 3 commentaries. Seems like there's loads of features on here. There's deleted scenes, so this is jam-packed with some good features. So I'll definitely take this. And next here, unfortunately, I heard a little something in here. That's the sequel, Creepshow 2. This is not in 4K, but it's a brand new 2K restoration from the original film elements. And I assume, like the first one, they both have 5.1 tracks as well. Apparently, the sequel has the mono track. And I don't know if the original Creepshow was a mono, but yeah, this is the second one. And I remember I liked both of them. Let me open this up. I want to make sure nothing's broken in here too now. Okay. Here's a broken little tab. Hopefully it's not too bad. It probably doesn't end when your disc does. I don't care about that. But anyway, it's one disc, but it has a fair amount of features on here. You got some interviews, all that good stuff. You know, like a Blu-ray should. Yeah, the top part doesn't snap. Come on. What's happening these days? And this I haven't opened yet, but I will. So we're going to find out what's in. Okay, I know what this one is, just by the looks of it. Got a few. Okay, it's actually one by itself. Surprisingly, I never had this movie, but guess what? Now I do. It's JFK with Kevin Costner, 4K. I believe this is this is a 4-disc set. Disc 1 has the 4K scan of the original negative in Dolby Vision of the director's cut of this movie. Disc 2 is also the director's cut, but it's a Blu-ray. Disc 3 has the theatrical cut, but Disc 4 has pretty much all the special features. You have several new interviews. You have something with the director, Oliver Stone, Brave New Worlds. I have no idea if any of the actors or actresses, just probably the people that worked on the movie. And then you have 12 deleted and extended scenes, alternate ending. Apparently it's 55 minutes. Damn. So I have no idea if these were in the director's cut or they actually were not in the director's cut. If I understood the film itself, the theatrical cut's about 188 minutes. I think that's 3 hours, and the director's cut is about 17 minutes longer, so I'm assuming it's deleted scenes that are not even in the director's cut, so that's interesting. But I'm very glad to have this. I haven't seen this movie in years. I mean, and oddly enough, I know that John Candy was in this movie. You know, it was his attempt to do something a little more serious. You don't just have Kevin Costner. You have Kevin Bacon, Tommy Lee Jones, Laurie Metcalf is in this movie. Gary Oldman, Michael Rooker, Sissy Spacek. Pretty good cast. So hopefully this movie still holds up well. But it's Oliver Stone. What can I say? Here's another box opening. Aha. Okay. Okay. For some strange reason, never got around to having this movie, but I'm glad I waited. And that's the collector's edition of Stephen King's Thinner. Sorry about that. More than likely, this is the original artwork. From what I understood, this did get a Blu-ray back in 2012, but I don't think there was any features on there. It was done by All Films, but here, you have a good amount of features on here. You have a commentary with the producer and actor Joe Mantegna. You have a new commentary with the film critic, historian Lee Gambin. And you got an interview with the director, an interview with one of the co-stars in the movie. Robert John Burke is not interviewed. It doesn't look like Carrie Wooer is interviewed either. So, unfortunately, I would like to hear their thoughts on the movie. But it has a good amount of extras on here compared to what the other Blu-ray did. I don't know if that one. I don't think it had extras, as I mentioned, because it's all the films for crying out loud. So yeah. But I didn't mind this movie. It's good to have a new collector's edition of this movie. Next up here, I figured I'd go ahead and get it since it's going to be 45 years old, if not already, and that's of the Walter Hill film, The Warriors. The Warriors come out to play. I probably did a bad job on that, but oh well. And you have a 4K remaster of the theatrical cut, and I believe the director's cut is also on here too. And it's weird. You have, I guess the theatrical was in the 2-channel, but I could have swore that apparently it has the director's cut. I'm not sure if, yeah. Does it? Could have swore I remember reading it did. Next up here is the Police Academy Collection. I believe all 7 movies are on here. You have new 2K scans of the movies themselves. You have new featurettes, brand new interviews, including the producer, the writers. You have actors Lance Kinsey, G.W. Bailey. That's probably one of the actors I remember the most. Well, it was either him or Steve Guttenberg. Sadly, Steve Guttenberg is not interviewed on here, unless if he's on the archival featurettes or something, which is always possible because that's what's on here too. You have a new Police Academy 4 Citizens number 2 audio commentary. Supposedly Steve Guttenberg does the commentary as well. Got additional scenes, theatrical trailers. Nothing in 5.1. It's either going to be 2.0 dual mono or 2.0 stereo, which apparently the last one, Police Academy Mission to Moscow, is in. But I have actually never seen the 7th one. I think I went as far as maybe... I barely remember this movie. I think I caught like maybe clips here and there, but never fully watched them, strangely enough. But hey, it's Police Academy. What can I say? It's good to have this. Okay, 2 more to go. I figured I'd go ahead and upgrade. Hopefully nothing's loose in here. And that's the 4K of Escape from New York. And I read that this is probably the best the film's going to look, so I might as well go ahead and get it. It's a classic John Carpenter film. What can I say? Disc 1 is basically the 4K version of the film. And you just have the audio commentary with John Carpenter, the actor Kurt Russell, the producers. Apparently one of the actresses is interviewed and director of photography. Then the disc 2 is the 4K restoration by the Studio Canal. I think the other one was 2K, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that. But anyway, I think pretty much all the extras is the same as they were on the previous releases from before. The documentary and the deleted scene, the original opening, and all that good stuff. But yeah, curious to see what it's like in 4K for nothing but good things about it. So then next up, I figured it'd be kind of like a spiritual kind of movie like Scarface, and I figured I'd go ahead and get this, and that's Al Pacino's Carlito's Way, directed by Brian De Palma? Yeah, Brian De Palma directed this movie. I know there was a Universal 4K, but apparently this had more features compared to that one, and I've heard that the picture quality on here, it's similar to the one on Universal, but I think it's maybe a little more, slightly more detailed, maybe. Not really sure, but yeah, Carlito's Way. Glad to have this in my collection, like Scarface. So yeah, and I think that about does it. I would have had the other Blu-ray, and hopefully my Red Dawn plays like it should. Because what the hell is up with that smudging? Seriously. But anyway, so like I said, glad to have those movies. Hopefully they all play like they should. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Feel free to offer your comments. Feel free to like and give your thoughts and go from there. Okay. See you later. Bye-bye.